Good evening, believers. I've come to you once again just to encourage your hearts because I all too well understand that there are times where it seems as though the enemy is on your head. There are times where it seems like you're fighting a losing battle every day of your life. And it seems as though the more and more you fight, the more and more you lose. And I know that it's our human compunction to try to fix it, to try to work it out, to try to get through it as quickly as possible, to try to work through the situation in our own understanding, in our own comprehension, with our own rudimentary skill level, believing that we have the talents, that we have the gifts, that we have the abilities to fight the fight, to make it through, to solve the problem, only to find that in spite of our best efforts, we simply fall short. This can sometimes leave us feeling defeated. This can sometimes leave us feeling depressed. This can sometimes leave us with fits of anxiety, which can lead to bad habits, drinking excessively, and smoking, using drugs, having inordinate affections towards other people, trying to compensate for something that we just can't seem to get on our own. But how many of you know that there really is truly help for those of us who just have faith? There really is truly help for those of us who have a mind to look for something greater than ourselves. If we but look a little bit higher, a little bit further than our flesh for the answers, then there is a solution to every problem. There is an answer to every test. There is a conclusion to every challenge, and that is Jesus the Christ. When we understand that He is the way, the truth, and the life, the word declares He is a ever-present help in times of struggle. When we embrace that and we understand that and begin to utilize that help, then life gets so much better. Not necessarily easier at times, but it gets better. And to help kind of solidify that point, to help get a better understanding of that point, the scriptural reference I want to use is Isaiah 40, verses 28 through 31, where it says, "Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is he weary. There is no searching of his understanding." Then it says, "He gives power to the faint, and to those who have no mighty increase of strength. Even the youth shall grow faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. And this is the part I love. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. You see, the enemy would love to think that in every situation that you find yourself in every challenge and every test that you are whooped, he would love to think that he has you licked. He would love to think that he has you defeated. It's his prerogative to create a challenge, to create a problem, to create an issue for you that it seems like you can't make it through, that you can't make it over, that you can't seem to get around. It's his job to create an obstacle that you can't travail. But I just want you to know that Christ is ready and available to help you through whatever circumstances and situations that you may face, whatever things that may be going on that may seem like the greatest of challenges. You see, what I love about Jesus the Christ is he specializes in the impossible. Those things that seem too far of a stretch for our human comprehension, those things that seem like there's no way possible that it could be true to occur or to be happening. When you have a situation and you try to figure it out on your own and it just seems like you can't figure a way out and you don't know what to do, God specializes in those things. When there are challenges, financial challenges, challenges with your children when they don't want to act right, challenges at work when it seems like you're about to meet an impossible deadline, challenges in the home where things don't seem to be coming together, bills are due and you don't have enough money to make them stretch for every bill, and you're robbing Peter to pay Paul and Paul's still not getting all the money and you don't know what's going to happen. I just want you to know he specializes in those types of things. And all he asks for us to do is to trust in him and stretch our faith just a little bit to believe that if we can't do it, he can. That if we're not big enough to get it done, that he's big enough to get it done. If we're not great enough to accomplish it, that he's greater than anything that we can possibly think of that can challenge our minds and challenge our hearts. All he wants us to do is trust and believe. You see, there's another translation in the Bible where it says that they that trust in the Lord shall renew their strength. So waiting on the Lord essentially is synonymous with trusting in the Lord. Because see, if you trust in him, then you're ready to wait on him. You're ready to be patient with him. You're ready to wait to see what he's ready to do. And sometimes he will wait on you to see if you're ready to wait on him. Oh, but we live in this Jiffy Pop society where we want things done quick, fast, and in a hurry. And the more it makes us feel uncomfortable, the quicker we're trying to find our way out. But how many of you know that it's not so much in the quickness of getting out, but sometimes it's staying in the journey and enduring hardness as a good soldier that builds the character, that builds the patience to let patience have its work good, perfect work in you, that builds the stamina and the endurance necessary to build you up so that the next challenge you can actually make it through, and so that you can move from faith to faith and glory to glory, knowing that in all things you can work through it and you can make it through because God's going to work it out for your good, so that you know that your faith will make you get you through the next situation or the next challenge. You see, if we just get out of it quick, if we just make it through real fast, if He allows us to make it through the challenge real quick, then we don't really take the time to learn anything. But when we have to sit and wait, and when we have to take day after day and look at our situation and say, Lord, though it's uncomfortable, though it's still rough, though it still looks a little impossible, though it's taken a little bit, God, I still trust you. When we're willing to wait on Him, then it shows that we trust Him and we have the faith in Him. And with that faith, He's able to perform so many miracles and wonders in our lives. But are you willing to wait on Him? Do you really trust in Him? That's the question we must ask ourselves. I just want you to know, I just want to encourage your heart on today. The battle may be tough, but just wait on the Lord. The situation may seem difficult, but just wait on the Lord. It may seem a little tight, a little too tight to mention, as the old folks do say, financially or structurally for that matter, but just wait on the Lord. You see, my father used to have this saying. Whenever he would eat his food, and whenever he'd finish a plate, and he would want more, but he didn't yet have the room, he would wait for maybe the food to slide down, or wait for a good belch to come out and everything else like that, that would provide some room so he would be able to eat more food or something to that effect. And he say, I'm waiting on my help to come. How many of you know that all you have to do is wait on your help to come? It may seem tight, it may seem difficult. You may have to wait for a little bit more breathing room. You may have to wait for things to subside a little bit. You may have to wait on things to reposition. You may have to wait on things to just slide over a little bit. You may have to wait on some folk to get out your way. You may have to wait on things to just get a little bit easier, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not grow faint. So all you have to do is let the enemy know. Let your challenges know. Let your difficulties know. Let those things know. I'm waiting on my help to come. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how long I'll have to wait, but I'm waiting on my help to come. I don't care how difficult it may seem, but I'm waiting on my help to come. I don't know how long it's going to take for the money to come, but I know that it is on the way because I'm waiting on my help to come. I don't know when He's going to come, but I know He's going to be here soon because the word says He will never leave me nor forsake me. And I know He is an ever-present help in a time of struggle. So any time that I need Him, He's always going to be there. It may not be when I want it, but it's always going to be right on time. He has never failed me. He's never let me down before. He's never failed me. He's never let me down when I needed Him. I'm waiting on my help to come. Hallelujah. Glory to God. It's all we have to do is wait on our help to come. And when we wait on our help to come, when we learn to endure hardness as a good soldier, there is a peace and there is a rest for the people of God that you can't find anywhere else. There's a sense of resolution that comes that you can't get on your own, knowing that your Father, who never fails, is on the way. Oh Lord. But you can only get this when you resolve yourself to spend time with Him. When you spend time in prayer, waiting to hear His voice. When you spend time meditating on His Word. When you take the time to meditate on your Word daily so that you can learn about His character, so that you can learn who He is, so you can develop the relationship that it takes to build the faith that is necessary to be able to recognize and understand that if He's not answering right away, He's still on the way. That if He's not moving in the situation right now, it doesn't mean that He's not moving at all, but that He may be moving in the background. It may be something that you can't see with the naked eye or judge with your senses, but supernaturally He's setting things up. Because after all, the Word does declare that all things work together for the good to them who love God, to them who are called according to His purpose. You see, we might fail doing things on our own. We may think in our youth, in our prime, that we should be capable. And yet we find ourselves falling. We find ourselves fainting. We find ourselves weary. We find ourselves growing weak beneath the pressures and the strains of life. But how many of you know that to wait on the Lord is life? To wait on the Lord is strength. Because His strength is made perfect in our weakness. Trust me when I say, and I speak from what I know, not just what I've read in the scriptures, not just from what I've heard from other ministers, but what I know for myself, that when I'm at my weakest points, when I've come to the end of myself and I recognize that I can't do it on my own and that I need help from someone greater than myself, my God always shows up right on time. And He's always able to do exceeding abundantly beyond all that I can ask or think. And I believe that if you just give Him the opportunity to, and if you just simply wait for your help to come, that you will find that He will be there right on time for you too. So believers, it's my encouragement today that regardless to the situation, No matter the circumstance, regardless of how difficult it may seem, no matter how uncomfortable it may feel, no matter how long it may take, if you just stretch your faith and just wait for your help to come, I promise you, he will be right there. You will make it through. And you will come out better than you went in. I pray that this message encourages you. I pray that in some way it builds your strength and helps to encourage you to make it through. Because God desires to help you on your journey. God desires to help you through your struggles and your tests. He desires to be your ever-present help in times of struggle. He's your biggest advocate. He's your biggest cheerleader. And he's your greatest support system. Jesus the Christ, the one who died for you. The one who rose again to be your advocate, to be your strength, and to be your help. Let all believers who hear this message give him glory for the great and wonderful things he has done. I pray that you're encouraged. Have a blessed evening. God bless you. And again, I encourage you to wait on your help to come.